So let's talk about a subject that Angie loves, sleep.
I do. Kind of a sleep zealot. And I've got to be honest, since the time change, daylight savings, I've been really messed up because at night, normally my bedtime, I'm not tired. And then, of course, in the morning, it's like, oh my goodness, I've got to get out of bed. So I'm sure a lot
That
of our
sounds
listeners are in
familiar.
the same boat because that springing forward is a tough one for most people. Um, just kind of walk us, through the different stages of sleep. I mean, I think, all of us have a general idea of what sleep is, but sometimes maybe the really different aspects of it are kind of overlooked.
Sure. So it's a great question. So a lot of people think of sleep as just one thing because we sort of experience it as this period of relative inactivity. But behind the scenes, there's actually kind of three distinct phases of sleep. So there's wake, obviously, which I'm not counting, and then there's light sleep, slow wave sleep, also called deep sleep, and then REM sleep, where REM is an acronym for rapid eye movement. If you read certain medical papers, you'll also see that like light sleep gets broken down into stage 1 and 2, and then deep sleep gets broken down into 3 and 4. Although sort of different research groups have different conventions about how granular they get with that kind of stuff, but sort of stay at the higher level. So deep sleep is when a lot of the physically restorative parts of sleep happen. So that's when we release the vast majority of human growth hormone. It's
Hmm.
when we repair all the damage that we do to our muscles and bones and during exercise. And it's actually when we get stronger. So a lot of people think that like when you're working out in the gym, you're getting stronger, but you're actually getting a lot weaker. What
Right.
you're doing in the gym is you're creating these like stimuli that you respond to during sleep, and that's when you kind of go in and you repair all those systems and you rebuild them kind of stronger than they were before. So it's really, really important to get good quality sleep after working out so that you actually translate those stimuli into gains.
And it only
Um,
happens during deep sleep.
so it happens at much lower sort of levels, like much slower during light sleep as well, but it happens like the vast majority and much faster during deep sleep. So
Yeah.
if you want to realize sort of the benefits of your workout, you got to get that deep sleep. Um,
Hmm.
and then REM sleep is sort of understood to be the mentally restorative part of sleep. That's still really important for athletes because you need to restore like a lot of stuff like form and that kind of stuff. You're going to see uh, happen during REM sleep, and then also just like grit and that like motivation gets restored during REM sleep. So we
Wow.
actually did a study with D1 distance runners, collegiate distance runners, and REM sleep was one of the biggest predictors of race day performance, just because like that ability to like kind of plan out and like accurately judge how much gas you have in the tank and therefore to pace yourself correctly. A lot of that's related to processes that are restored and strengthened in REM sleep, whereas the slow wave sleep is just like the pure muscle ability. But everybody who's run knows that the guy with the biggest muscles or whatever doesn't necessarily win.
Right.
So that was actually a super cool study. We're looking to get it published now, so keep you posted on that.